The glamorous world of the bold and the beautiful has long been a stage for intricate love triangles, unexpected alliances, and shocking betrayals. For decades, the interwoven lives of the Forrester, Logan, and Spencer families have kept fans glued to their screens. Now, the iconic soap opera is about to deliver another bombshell. Ivy Forrester, the sophisticated and charming Australian beauty, is returning to Los Angeles. Ivy's return isn't just a casual visit. Her reappearance could shake up the lives of those she left behind and potentially break up one of the show's beloved couples. With her connection to the Forrester dynasty and the unresolved romantic entanglements she left in her wake, Ivy's arrival promises to stir the pot in ways no one could have predicted. But who will her presence impact the most? And could her return lead to the demise of a relationship that fans have grown to love? This spoiler-filled journey will dive deep into the drama, exploring how Ivy's re-entry into the world of high fashion and family feuds will tear open old wounds, reignite past passions, and set the stage for a shocking split. The Forrester Creations offices are bustling as usual. Fashion shows are being planned, designs are being finalized, and deals are being struck. At the center of it all is Hope Logan, who has been balancing her responsibilities as a designer and co-CEO with her turbulent personal life. Her marriage to Liam Spencer has been rocky for months due to the ongoing Thomas Forrester saga, but the two are trying to make things work. Recently, Liam and Hope have managed to patch things up, at least on the surface. Liam's deep love for Hope, combined with her determination to keep their family together for their daughter Beth, has allowed them to move past the lingering tensions. But beneath the surface, unresolved issues still threaten their stability. Thomas, for one, has never truly let go of his feelings for Hope, and despite his best efforts to move on, his attraction to her continues to simmer. Meanwhile, Steffi Forrester has been focusing on her life with her fiancé, Dr. John Finn Finnegan, after years of ups and downs in her love life. Particularly with Liam, Steffi has found happiness with Finn. They're raising their son Hayes together and looking forward to a bright future. Yet, as history has shown, peace and stability never last long in the world of the bold and the beautiful. Amidst this delicate balance of romantic entanglements, no one could have predicted the ripple effect that Ivy Forrester's return would cause. The Forrester mansion is as grand as ever, filled with the latest fashion designs and a rotating cast of high-powered players in the fashion world. It's been years since Ivy Forrester walked through its halls, but when she arrives back in Los Angeles, it's as though no time has passed at all. Ivy, a jewelry designer and former model, left Los Angeles to start fresh in Paris, seeking distance from the heartbreak and complicated relationships that once consumed her. In particular, her love triangle with Liam and Steffi was one of the most painful chapters of her life. Ivy had fallen deeply for Liam, only to lose him to Steffi, sparking intense rivalry and jealousy between the women. Ivy's departure was supposed to be the end of that chapter, but in true bold and the beautiful fashion, the past is never truly behind. Now, Ivy is back, more confident and self-assured than ever. Her time in Paris has been fruitful, and she's become a successful designer in her own right. Her return to Forrester Creations is met with excitement by some and trepidation by others. Ridge Forrester, her uncle, is thrilled to have her back, recognizing that her designs could elevate the company's jewelry division to new heights. However, not everyone is as pleased to see Ivy return, particularly Steffi, who still harbors resentment over their past conflicts. It isn't long before Ivy crosses paths with Liam, reigniting feelings that she thought she had long buried. But it's not just Liam who feels the pull of their shared history. As the two reconnect, they begin to question whether the bond they once had was ever truly severed. Liam's life has been defined by his deep love for Hope and his complicated history with Steffi. The years of back and forth between the women have left emotional scars. But when Ivy returns, Liam is caught off guard by the flood of memories that resurface. Ivy was the one who pulled him out of. Seeing Ivy again stirs something in Liam, a longing for the simplicity of what they once shared. He starts to wonder if his life with Hope, as much as he loves her, has become too complicated, too weighed down by the constant presence of Thomas and the emotional baggage they both carry. Ivy represents a time in Liam's life when things were less convoluted, when love seemed more straightforward. Ivy, too, finds herself drawn to Liam, though she had tried to move on. Seeing him again makes her question whether she ever truly did. She had convinced herself that her feelings for Liam were a thing of the past, but now that she's back in Los Angeles, the chemistry between them is undeniable. At first, their interactions are purely professional. Ivy is working closely with Forrester Creations on a new jewelry line, and Liam, who has become more involved in the family business, is helping oversee the project. However, as they spend more time together, the boundaries between work and personal feelings begin to blur. It isn't long before Hope starts to notice the growing closeness between Liam and Ivy. While she trusts Liam, the history between him and Ivy is hard to ignore. She begins to feel insecure, wondering if Ivy's return will rekindle feelings that Liam hasn't fully dealt with. Hope has always been the epitome of grace and kindness, but even she isn't immune to the insecurities that come with being in a relationship as tumultuous as hers with Liam. She knows about Ivy and Liam's history, how they were close once, how Ivy was there for Liam during one of the most painful periods of his life. Now, with Ivy back in the picture, Hope can't help but feel threatened. She tries to push these feelings aside, focusing on her work at Forrester Creations and her family with Liam and Beth. But the more she sees Liam and Ivy together, the harder it becomes to ignore the gnawing sense of doubt. There's something between them, a spark that hasn't fully died, and it's starting to affect Hope's peace of mind. Adding to the tension is Thomas, who continues to loom over Hope's life. Though Thomas has made efforts to move on from his obsessive love for her, he's still a constant presence, both at work and in her personal life. Liam's jealousy over her connection to Thomas has been a sore spot in their marriage for months. And now that Ivy is back, Hope finds herself in a similar position, struggling with her own jealousy. In a heart-to-heart with Brooke, her mother, Hope opens up about her fears. "Mom, I know Liam loves me, but Ivy's return has stirred up so many feelings I thought I was past. What if Liam still has feelings for her? What if I'm not enough?" Brooke, ever the protective mother, reassures her daughter. "Hope, Liam has been through so much with you. You've built a family together. Ivy may have been a part of his past, but you're his future. Don't let this shake you." But despite Brooke's comforting words, Hope can't shake the feeling that her marriage is on shaky ground. The more she sees Liam and Ivy together, the more she starts to question whether their love is as unbreakable as she once thought. As Ivy settles back into life at Forrester Creations, Steffi finds herself increasingly wary of her cousin's intentions. While Steffi is now in a committed relationship with Finn, her history with Ivy is too fraught to ignore. The rivalry between them during the time they were both vying for Liam's heart was intense, and Steffi has never forgotten how Ivy tried to win Liam over. Now that Ivy is back, Steffi's protective instincts kick in. She's moved on from Liam, but that doesn't mean she wants to see him hurt again, especially by someone like Ivy. More than that, Steffi knows how fragile Hope and Liam's relationship has become, and she worries that Ivy's return could be the final straw that breaks them apart. Finn, ever the calming presence in Steffi's life, tries to reassure her. "Steffi, you've got nothing to worry about. Liam is with Hope, and you've got your own life with me and Hayes. Ivy's just here for work." But Steffi's gut tells her that there's more to Ivy's return than just business. "I don't know, Finn. Ivy and Liam had a real connection once. I just don't want to see history repeat itself." Despite Finn's reassurances, Steffi decides to keep a close eye on the situation, not just for Liam's sake, but for Hope's as well. She knows all too well how fragile relationships can be in their world, and she doesn't want to see anyone get hurt. As the weeks pass, the tension between Liam, Hope, and Ivy continues to build. Though Liam is committed to making things work with Hope, he finds it increasingly difficult to ignore his feelings for Ivy.